Do I like to kick a man when he's down? Nope, not really. And do I think he can beat Usyk in a rematch? Definitely, if me and Sugar Hill trained him for it. What motivates me? I'm getting asked this question a lot lately. It's definitely not a few quid, and it's definitely not winning any more fights. It's the fact that there's nothing else. There was a movie that I've watched many times. It's called Zulu. A young Michael Caine in it. And there was a young soldier, and he asked one of the generals, he said, "Why us? Why us?" And the old general said, "Because we're here, boy, and nobody else. That's why."
He's right. Why is it us, eh? Why us?
Because we're here, lad. Nobody else.
Does it feel that way for you, that you're here?
That's why.
You just got to do it.
That's why I'm doing it. Why am I doing it? Because I'm here and there's nobody else. And just me. And that's it. There's nothing else really matters. And that's the truth, Steve. I've known you long enough to not tell a load of lies.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll go back a long way to when I first started the old boxing. Why am I doing boxing? Because I can. And there's nothing else. And I don't enjoy anything else. I've got no other hobbies. I've got no other passions. I've got nothing. And after boxing, I'm going to be a very, very lonely, sad person, I think.
Won't you try and find something to do?
I've tried.
You talked about Shane.
I've tried.
You talked about Shane having his animals and a bit of land, and other people have got different things, in life. Won't you try and?
I've tried everything. I've tried the animals. I've tried 4-wheel driving. I got a shotgun license. I tried clay pigeon shooting. I've done all that sort of stuff, and nothing turned me on. The only thing that I'm attracted to is this horrible game that I'm involved in, and going to train for a man who's going to try and knock your brains out.
And with the power to do it.
Yeah, not just him, any of them. You have to be a bit of a sick individual to be turned on by that, don't you? I look forward to it and love it. And I don't mean I love it like, oh, I'm getting paid and whatever happens. I mean, I love the fact that I'm going to go in there and have a proper fight with somebody and get set about somebody. And I love that. And that's a part of me, and that is me. And there's nothing else, honestly. I've been out, I've drunk all the beer in the world. I've done everything that's out there to do. I've been on boats, planes and automobiles and stayed in lovely hotels. I've done everything. I've had dinners for $2-3 at a time. Does it make me happy? No.
But the boxing does.
While you're searching for stuff like that, you never find happiness. But simplicity, you can always find happiness in simple things. And if you always go back to your roots, you can always find happiness. There's a saying, isn't there? You can't make a silk purse out of a pig's ear. And I'll never be a politician. I'll never be the Prime Minister of England or a rocket scientist or the President of the United States. But what I'll always be is myself. And that's staying true to yourself. I don't want to change. I'm not interested in changing. I don't want to change my circles. I don't want to mix with all the itey-flighties and all them people. No interested. No interest at all. Everybody wants to elevate in life to something better than they already are. But I don't. I'm one of the freaks who want to stay the same old person that I always was. And I get most joy out of jumping in an old transit van and driving it down the road than I would do jumping in a 250 grand Ferrari. Much more. Or I can go and give 500 quid for an old car, yeah, like an old Passat or something. And people think, why are you driving this piece of junk? But it's not to me. I like that. Don't know, crazy person, I suppose, who doesn't want to change. I'm watching the Peaky Blinders right now, and they always want to elevate to more and more and more. But he said something very, very true in it. He said, you're never going to be accepted out there in those higher circles. So just stay where you are in Small Heath in Birmingham and be happy with it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm staying where I am in Morecambe in Lancashire, and I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I don't need to go anywhere else. If I need to impress other people for them to like me, then they're not worth knowing, are they? That's the truth.
So it's the third fight with Deontay Wilder. You know what he can do, but now he also knows what you can do. He'd seen you box and move, and he also saw you in the last fight walk for his punches and take him out. Does that give him a little bit of an advantage going into this fight? I'm not sure. We both know what we can do. I know what he can do. He knows what I can do. And there's no secrets here, is there? I'm dealing with a guy who can knock you clean out with one punch, and he's dealing with the same basically.
So when you've got two big men, big heavyweights going at it in the world's biggest stage, you're always in for an exciting night, aren't you? Because as we've seen lately, anything can change like that. Bang. The heavyweight landscape can change in seconds, as it's done many, many times in the past. And it's up to me to keep it on track and not let it change.
And just quickly and finally, Anthony Joshua, when he got knocked out by Ruiz, you reached out to him to say hello. When he got beat by Usyk, you did the same. I'm assuming he hasn't made contact with you. What was your feeling? What your gut feelings? And going forward, 2-part question: can Anthony Joshua beat Usyk in a rematch?
Well, what did I make of it all? Crazy times, because a lot of people who don't know about boxing would say this smaller guy doesn't look a specimen like AJ, and he get beat by him before that, Ruiz. And they're obviously good fighters that's beat him, and the landscape's changed. But do I like to kick a man when he's down? Nope, not really. And do I think he can beat Usyk in a rematch? Definitely, if me and Sugar Hill trained him for it.
Well, you and Sugar Hill combine and work with him in the gym?
Yeah. We could give him the victory in that fight, and then I wouldn't be able to train him for the fight versus me.
You can make the difference.
For sure.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.